All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. And in a few minutes, about to begin 3D modeling essentials in Autodesk Maya. Okay, so without further ado, our instructor for this evening is also, of course, an instructor in Rizal Technological University. And of course, she's also a multimedia artist, a graphic designer, CG artist. With that, let's give a round of applause. Let's say hi and good evening to Miss Agnes. Hello, Miss Agnes.
All right, good evening, everyone. And some of my students are actually right now watching as well.
Let me
Sige, go
ask
ahead.
a few questions daw, pampainit. Ayan.
Who's
When did you
them?
discovered ano daw, Maya?
Way back 2013 when I'm still studying 3D animation in technical vocational institutions somewhere in Novaliches, Quezon City. So that's it. I'm also a student before, and I'm also curious about this kind of field so that I can, I can try to make my imagination to come live, like something like that, to in terms of creativity and um, make it in a in an animation, something like that. So soon, I guess, if I have a lot of time, maybe soon, I mean in the future, maybe maybe I will have produced one of my stories that I wanted to become, full length animation. So something like that. So yeah. Thank you, Mr. John Mark, for your introductions, and also, okay, once again, good evening, everyone. Okay, today we will be having the part one of the 3D modeling essentials in Maya. Before we begin, I'm going to discuss first. I'm providing for an introductions to 3D animation production, so which are the 3D productions development cycle. So we have here different stages. We have four stages actually, and also I'm going to discuss some of the creative elements in animations together with those different stages. So we have here, okay, four stages of 3D animations. Once again, under the 3D animation production cycle. So we have pre-production, production, post-productions, and presentation. So which encourages learning throughout the conceptualizing ideas and produce the animation project through ongoing applications or creative thinking and skills that needs to apply the imagination, ingenuity, and inventiveness in the animation project. So first of all, we are going to start with conceptualization, which is under the pre-production. So we have here pre-production, production, post-production, and presentations. Imagine we have four P's under the production cycle or 3D animation production cycle. This kind of cycle is also applicable even in 2D or other productions that needs to provide, that needs to start with pre-production until its presentation. So, okay, so let's talk about the pre-production. Okay, so again, pre-production is more of about conceptualizations, and also when it comes of pre, it means preparations, right? So here's where the stories are created, what the components of story are, and how characters are designed, and how the overall visual styles is developed, and how storyboards are designed, and how animatics are used in this stage. So as you can see here on the image that I provided, so I have here the story. So obviously it starts with the concept, and then you're going to start. You develop script writing with the story, and then you're going to develop your character design. You need to have a visual directions so that you can produce storyboards, and then storyboards composed of camera shots, composition, perspectives, human figure drawings, continuity cuts, and transitions. And if you already have those storyboards is um, going to the animatics, which animatics is the animated versions of your storyboards. And then once you already have those things, also animatics added some of the needed audios and voiceovers, okay, for the characters scripts. And once you already provided those in animatics, you're going to go to the production stage. So which productions? Okay. I call it applications. So this stage is concerned with developing requirements of the whole project. So application of animation concepts, visualize, design, and develop animation content, use and apply appropriate graphics and visual techniques, and use apply appropriate animation techniques. Also practice appropriate given animation software such as this one that we're going to use, which is 3D Autodesk Maya applications. Okay, so as you can see here on the productions, so from the pre-production stage, all of the resources and materials being prepared, you now you are going to focus on modeling and then also providing the animations concepts. And also, once you have your modeling, you're going to have materials and its textures prepared as well. And then you're going to apply those textures, either created it in other applications or third-party applications, or you can actually directly create texture painting on an appropriate applications that you're going to use. For instance, this in Autodesk Maya. Also, you're going to have a character modeling and animations. So right after you're going to have your animations, we have before you go to the animation, make sure you already provided all of the modeling characters or models that you need to be animated. And also, you're going to create environments and its lightings, cameras, visual effects, one and two, animation, rendering effects. So all of those are part of the production. And right after you provided all of those things, it means you're done with the entire project. But before that, you need to polish it. So we have the so-called post production. So when we talk about post production, this stage is more of like editing. So it's concerned with editing techniques for the success of the whole project and apply effects on both video and audio and assemble the final animation output. So once you're done with that, obviously you're going to proceed with presentation. So in this stage is where you present your final output in 3D animation to the panel if ever you need to look or seek for feedback and recommendation in your target audience. So that's how an animation productions being made. So you need to at least know those different stages before you go to create your own animation productions or projects. All right. Okay, so um, now that you already know those different stages of development cycle of a production of 3D animation, so let's talk about the software that we're going to use today. So which is Maya. So what is Maya? So let's explain it simple. So it's actually being introduced already by Sir Jomark, but I'm going to discuss it in a way that we can exactly explain or understand it more and further. So it's a computer program that enables you to create advanced virtual 3D models because you work virtually. So you're modeling in 3D. I mean, in a software, okay, in a monitor display, something like that. So but to be more precise, my software is an integrated 3D modeling, animations, effects, and rendering application. So all of those is actually you can do with Maya. So this means that with Maya, you can create virtual 3D objects, modeling, animate objects, animations, add effects to 3D model, which is applying effects, calculate light behavior, which is rendering, so lightings, and customize tools, which is you can script or scripting, and export the data to another program or machine, which is for the other third party, which is communications. So although the program originated from the industry, the companies who originally designed the software have a strong relation with advanced design software as they also produce Studio and Auto Studio software, which are the standard in industrial and car design, which is what Maya can do as well. So to get an idea what Maya can do, Just look at the special effects in some of the previous movies, like, Chronicles of Narnia, War of the Worlds, and King Kong. So beside movies, Maya is also widely used as a modeling and rendering tool by different artists, designers, and architects by different purpose or different projects that they're going to work on. So Maya is the 3D animation software that provides a number of tools for creating complex characters in animations. So in short, Maya's powerful feature set gives you an almost unlimited power to create any kind of animation. The functionality of the Maya software can be extended with the use of Mel, which is you can actually script or customize it. So Mel is Maya embedded language. So Mel can be used to customize the user's interface and write scripts and macros. It's good for also in game development. So in Maya, can create objects, lights, cameras, and textures all in all, and any objects, light, camera, or just any entity or objects that can be animated by changing the value of its parameters in time. We can use Maya to create effects or animation or movies, commercials, architectural animation, and forensic animations for science and education, as well as to create simulations and even, just like I mentioned, game development. So today's sessions, okay, so um, now that you already know the production development cycle and also the Maya, so this session's part one of Modeling Essential in Autodesk Maya is aimed to introduce the basics to the newbies and aspiring animators and amateur animators, the concepts and functionality of Maya software. So let's talk about first the interface familiarity. Give me a minute. All right. So I already launched Maya. Okay. So this is where we can actually understand the interface of the Maya. So Maya interface looks very complex at first. However, this large number of functions and the scope to add more functions to the user interface provides the real flexibility to the program. So other than the functions common for all the various aspects of 3D graphics software application, there are sets of functions dedicated to more specific tasks like modeling, texturing, animation, rendering, etc. In short, specific tasks. So we have here the main menu on top of this interface. And also we have here the toolbox, viewports. As you can see here, we have four viewports. We have here different options that we can work with, different channel box and expert editors and attributes editors and modeling toolkit. Okay, so and also, okay, when we talk about menus, okay, here on top of this, okay, the layout of the menu bar is the same as the overall interface. So some menus are the same with other applications like File, Edit, Create, Select, Modify, Display, and Help, but others are actually good only for Adobe, for Autodesk Maya. Okay, then also we have the toolbox. So this area is where you can work with um, your selections, or where you can select, okay, use the tools that you can select for your objects or whatever you're going to create here in 3D Maya. And also transformation tools we have here for move, rotate, and scale. Okay, so if you're going to hover your mouse, each of those tools actually providing you the names. Yeah, so we have here lasso tools, pin selection tools, move tool. So you can actually explore it. Okay. And I am not going to explain it on detail because it's already provided here. So just simply hover your mouse. Okay. And also we have here outliner. So when we talk about outliners, gives a list of all the objects in your scene. So we have here defaults. So we have the default perspective, top, front, and side view, okay, camera, and also default lights and object sets. So since we don't have yet created an object, okay, or to be modeled, we don't have yet here, but it's actually being appeared here. It's something like a layer for each of the objects that you're going to apply in a scene. But we have here a different options as well for the layers. So later on, we're going to use that. Okay, so viewports. Okay, so again, you have different options here on the toolbox. So you can have a yeah, there you go, a single view. We have four panel view, and then we have here two panel view, and we have here the outliner. So you can actually turn on and off this one, duck in, duck out. So the keyboard shortcuts for this one is simply you're just going to click spacebar on your keyboard. There you go, and you just hover your mouse on any of those four panels to preview in the full screen view, something like that. So once I hover my mouse over here, there you go. It actually gives me the top view, and then another space bar again to go back to the four panel preview. So we have here, ayan, there you go. I'm now here on front, and I have now here inside, and also I have here now in the perspective. There you go. So here, there you go. So I'm all more of like working on with all of the four panels being open. So okay, so all right. So we have here different transformation tools or manipulators that you can actually use QWERTY as a keys or hotkeys or sorry, shortcut keys. Okay, so let's create a simple model here. So we're going to use this one. I guess it's better to have this one. Okay, so I'm gonna click Q. Q is for object mode or something like an yes, it's an object mode without any manipulators. But once I click W, it gives me the, as you can see, it also click here on the toolbox the move tool. So yeah, which is the keyboard shortcut is W. It's also provided here. Here, the keyboard shortcuts W, and then we have here the E for rotate and scale for R, and there you go. So, and if ever you click this one, it's automatically in a ano lang siya, in object selected. So, okay, so let's try Q. So it means you can move, okay, your object or your created object in three axes, which is X, Y, and Z. So when we talk about X, Y, and Z, its coordinates. It's a three-dimensional system of Cartesian coordinates that includes a third, which is C axis running perpendicular to the horizontal, which is X, and vertical, which is Y axis. So we have the X and Y. So anyway, to make it more easy to understand, um, it means this one, the y-axis is more of like the horizontal, vertical, okay, and then for the x-axis is the horizontal, and for the y is the width, which is the depth. Okay, so that's why we have a three dimensions, because without depth it's just two dimension, which is flat surface. All right, so okay, so now that we already understand some of the navigation, so how about this one? So I have here different navigation keyboard shortcuts as well. So yeah, I'm gonna spacebar again this one. Okay, so for a while. Okay, so to navigate in 2D, actually this one in 2D, when you talk about 2D, it's not the perspective, it's just for top, front and side, so 2D preview siya. And then for 3D we have the perspective. Okay, so all right, so hold alt on your keyboard, and then together with your left mouse button to rotate, actually to, no, not to rotate, to thumb, yeah, to zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so alt to get together with your left mouse button. Make sure it's you still holding your alt button. Okay, this one is zoom in, zoom out. But anyway, you can actually use scroll button on your mouse. And also alt together with middle mouse button. Okay, there you go. To pan. Actually, this is what we can do with alt. For example, you just wanted to, yeah. And also we have the, again, alt and then right mouse button. Sorry. Um, sorry, I'm being confused. Anyway, alt left mouse button is yan to, it's not left earlier kasi. So it's to yan to rotate. And then left mouse button is the zoom in, zoom out. So and then the middle mouse button is to pan. There you go. So same goes with if you are working with two dimensions, like for instance here, even here on top view or front view and side view, it's almost the same. Okay, so if you're going to hold Alt and then um, left mouse button, actually it's not working because left mouse button is only good for perspective view, but here it can be work yung middle mouse button. There you go, it's panning, and then also zoom in, zoom out for no right mouse button. So there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna, so that's how you navigate, okay, 2D and 3D space that you have here in your viewports. Okay, so now let's talk about Workspace. Workspace, okay, it's actually under the Windows, and then we have your Workspace, and then it provides us different default workspace. Like, if you are um, the big beginner or the first time you use this kind of application, you most likely start with the default, which is general, and it provides us different options as well, in different it provides you different functions for those specific um, reasons. For example, if you're going to work with modeling, it provides you those different functions only for modeling. So for instance, modeling standards, so here are the modeling tools and functions that you can use. Okay. And also, for instance, sculpting. So it provides you these different functions for sculpting. Okay. And also, for instance, for animation, go. Let's wait for it. And then it provides you this kind of interface. So since this is our first time to use this 3D Maya application, we're going to focus on general. And then if ever you accidentally close some of the applications, is something like a troubleshooting, you can just simply go to the window and then you can actually reset those different workspace. All right. Okay, so also this one can be enable and disable the view cube. Okay, so view cube can be you can just go to the Windows, and then we have your settings, preferences, and preferences. You can actually explore these different settings, okay, for your own convenient. You can explore that. And then we have here preferences, and then gives us different categories that we can actually set. Okay, but for now I'm just using I'm going to focus on view cube because I wanted to enable and disable this one by simply clicking show the view cube or not. So as you can see, once I unclick this one or uncheck this one, the view cube is no longer in the viewport. Okay, so I'm gonna click this one, obviously, because I wanted to have that. Okay, so because this one is very essential. So for instance, you just wanted to work in a single view. Okay, so you can simply click this one. So for instance, okay, I wanted to work with front and a right, bottom, okay, and then top. And also, you can actually just simply click and then default view to go back to its original preview or viewport view. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so for orthographic view, again, so I just simply click it naman, so it's automatically there. So viewing top view, side view, right view, and bottom view, and etc. So anyway, let's just go to its default preview. Okay. All right. So now that we are actually done, okay, exploring the interface parameterization and some of its troubleshootings. Okay, so now let's begin with creating a new projects for our for our demonstration and also to your activity. Okay, but before that, I wanted you to scan the QR code on my screen here, where you can download the material that I'm using in this demonstration activity for part one of 3D modeling essentials in Autodesk Maya. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to do that. Sir Jomark, okay. So kindly give them the link for the for the materials that they can download and use for the activity so that they can follow me along while I'm doing the demonstration. Thank you. Okay, I'm hoping that everyone already downloaded the material so that you can follow me along while doing the demonstration. So let's start with um, creating a project first, obviously. So let's go to the file, and then we have here, um, okay, so not there, sorry. We have, okay, we have file and then project window. So not new scenes. Okay, there's no create projects over here. So you can actually just simply create or new or open or new scenes for each of the projects. But if you ever you wanted to create a new projects, it's better to go to file, and we have here project file. Okay, so on a project file, okay, so we have here new project. Obviously, I'm going to name is as teddy bear, a demo project. Okay. I guess it's better to be work with camel case format. Okay, teddy bear demo instead of adding underscores. Okay, so all of the other project sub folders, I'm good with default, and then let's create accept, and it's automatic create a new projects. Okay, so again, let's open the project. There you go. So it's already there. Okay, and then also we're going to save this scene. So save scene as you can see, it's under the teddy bear demo project scenes. So I'm going to just save the scene by demo. Okay, modeling demo. So teddy modeling demo. Then I'm going to save as that. So it's automatically rename my file. Okay, over here, my scene over here. And let's locate the project file. So, but before that, okay, the one that I asked you to download is are these different images or reference images that we're going to use in doing the modeling. Okay, so this is our character. Okay, since we are not actually practicing the pre-production, so I already provided the materials for that. So I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna locate the project that I just created, which is Teddy Bear Demo Project. Okay. And then I'm going to save it on the source image. Once again, on your created folder, make sure you save it. You know where you can locate it. So, okay, let's go back. So, file and then project window. Okay. So, it's actually the location is here. Okay. So, I already have a folder for that. Okay, under my documents, okay, in my drive C. So you can actually send it differently according to your system. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna cancel this one. Since I know where I save it, so I'm just locating it, okay, using my uh Windows, yan. Windows file window. Yan. There you go. This one. It's an outside folder, ha. So yeah, I just opened the folder for my project. And then once I open the teddy bear demo project that I just created as a new project, it provides me those different default subfolders, okay, that we can actually use for different purposes. But for now, okay, we're going to focus on finding the source images where we can, save, copy, and save the references that we're going to use for adding the image reference for our model. So that's is it. Okay, there you go. It's already there. So I just have the front view, the side view, and the tab view of my character. So once I go to okay, so I'm gonna delete this one. So since I'm not going to use this one, okay. Let's open the outliner so that you know all of the created objects that you're going to create here in your project. So it's being displayed over here. So, but anyway, you just dock out, something like this. Simply click it. All right. So, okay. So each of this panel, which is for top, front, and side view, we're going to import. Okay, import the reference image. So I'm going to open this channel box and layers editor because we're going to make sure that those imported images will be added to the layer. Okay, so again, layer, you can actually set different layers as well, even if you're working with 3D or here in the Maya, Autodesk Maya. Same goes with the idea of having a layers in Adobe softwares such as Photoshop. Okay, so we're going to start with clicking one of the view menus. As you can see, each of the panels have different menus. Okay, so we have here the view menus, and then we're going to have the image plane. Okay, and then import image. And then we're going to set or click the top view since this panel is for top view. Okay, we're going to click this one. There you go. Okay, so once you added that particular image plane as a reference per tab view for your modeling, okay, it actually placed in the plane or here in this plane. Okay, so we can actually set the position of that. For instance, I wanted to make it below the plane, something like that. You can actually use W on your keyboard since it's still an object as well. So you can see in an outliner, it's added a new object. Okay, so here it's image plane. There you go. Okay, so you can actually use manually, or you can simply click this image center. This one is for y-axis. Obviously, you're going to work with image center, and then hover your mouse or any of this panel while click or selecting or having a blue in image center here on the um, channel box, and then hold your middle mouse button and you can actually, you know okay, you can actually position it doing like that. So, and also you can change the value manually. So like for instance, I wanted to make it negative 15. So it's too far, but I'm happy even though it's too far, so that I can just, once I'm working with my model, it's still, the yeah. Okay, so its purpose is just having a preview for top view. So but anyway, if ever you wanted to make it, near to the plane, you can just simply add 10 or 5, I guess negative 5. There you go. So it's up to you. Okay. So I guess it's better na this one. All right. So next, as we're going to work with front view, same process as what we did with the top view. So here, same, okay, in the view menu. Okay, we have here image plane and import image. And since this is the front view, we're going to focus with front view and then open. Okay, there you go. So I wanted to push it backward. So if you're going to look at on our perspective, it's actually in the center of our, of our plane. So I wanted to push it backwards and moving up since I want my character, it's not in the center of the plane, but rather on top of the plane. So we're going to do now, since this one is in x-axis. So we're going to work with image center axis. Again, you can work with manually or using the keyboard, the mouse shortcut. So just like this one. So it's not x, sorry. It's supposed to be z since it's actually the depth. Okay, there you go. So we're going to move it backward like that. So I guess it's better to make it 15. There you go. And then for the y-axis, which is we're going to move it up, okay, on top of the plane. And then we're going to make it on top. So there you go. So make sure, yeah, there. Let's see. Okay, we are in a wrong. So supposedly this one is negative. So there, so that I can still see, yeah, the plane. So wrong position. All right. So once again, we can actually move this one up. So it's negative 15. And then this one. Make sure it's, look at here on the front view. We want it on top of the plane. So this bold line or thick line of the grid, okay, this means this is the center of the plane, okay, or of the grids rather to say. Okay, so I wanted to make it on top of that. So let's see if it's all the same here. So I guess yes. Okay, so I'm happy now with this one. I guess it's 3.3. Okay, so now let's work with the side view. Let's go to the view and then same image plane, image import. So side view, open. Okay, same goes with how we set up our front view. We wanted to make our side view. Okay, and we're going to push it backwards as well. Okay, so this one is X. Yeah, there. It's right. It's X. Okay, we're going to make it negative 15. There you go. And also for the y-axis, okay, make it 3.3. Since my, okay, my reference image is almost the same, okay, size and same position. So we don't have any problem regarding to that. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay. Maybe I can move a little bit forward this one on the side view. So there. Maybe this one is great. Okay. There you go. Okay, so maybe it's point 0.5. There you go. Okay. So now that we already set our image plane for our reference before we start our modeling, okay, we're going to select all of those. Okay, so just simply select all of those or just simply click one by one. Okay, and then hold shift on your keyboard. It's automatically select all of those. Uh, if you're going to look at on outliner, it's actually selected. Okay, so we're going to create a new layer for that. So we're going to create a new layer and it's not yet added here because you're going to create right click the layer and then add selected objects, which is the one that we selected over here. So add selected objects, it's automatically added. As you can see, you can actually preview, okay, disable the view of your reference image, okay, whenever you want it. Okay, all right, so B is actually shows or hides a layer. And then P is actually in a box that means that the layer is visible during playback if ever you're going to work with animations. And we have here a T, so it means template. Okay, so this particular imported image or objects is template or whatever objects that you wanted that you already added on the layers automatically template. But if we set it in R, we call it reference. Okay, so it means these are my reference for modeling. So I'm going to rename this one. Just simply double click. Okay, it's automatically provide us a mini window where we can rename, okay, the layer. I'm going to name it as reference image. Okay, and then save. And we cannot actually select it since it's being referenced. So yeah. So if ever that we wanted to select different objects here, since this layer is as reference, it means you cannot you cannot move it, rotate it, scale it. So or you cannot edit it. Okay, so now that we are done, okay, adding the reference image. Okay, I want to know if everyone who follow me while doing the demonstrations, you already done. Are you already done na po? I'm gonna give you at least 3 minutes, I guess. Okay, to finish your imported images or to setting or to set up your reference image in each of the viewport. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so thank you, Mark. Sorry, guys, right? All right, so that's nice. All right, so I guess we can move on now, right? Okay. Okay, so now we're going to start with creating a model by simply using a polygon. So under the poly modeling tabs, okay, here on these shelves, okay, we have here a series of different polygons. But anyway, you can go to the create, and then we have here two different options, nerves and polygons. But for this session, we just focus on polygon primitives. And polygon primitives are composed of sphere, cube, cylinder, cone, torus, plane, and disc. And you have other options here that you can explore later on. But for now, we're going to focus on using the cube. Okay. Okay. So we're going to click this cube. It's automatically added here in the center of our plane. Okay. And then I'm gonna hit R on my keyboard since again QWERTY. Okay, QWERTY or QWERT. Okay, W is for move, and then E is for rotate, and then R, okay, queer is for scale. Okay, so it's automatically those are the keyboard shortcuts. Okay, for different manipulators. Okay, so we're going to use the scale, and then I'm gonna make it bigger like that. Okay, move tool. I wanted to make it move up. Okay, since I want to see through, okay, my created objects or this polygon. So I'm going to go to the shading, and then we're going to have that kind of option to see through. Okay, over to the reference image, which is X-ray. So as you can see, you can view the entire image. Okay, something like an overlap. So yeah. And then also we have here these options as well, X-ray. All of those actually just go to the shadings. Okay, except this one. So except for the perspective. Okay, since I wanted to make it pure, okay, or solid rather to say. Okay, there. Okay, so now we have here different options. Okay, once that we are working with an object or any polygons, okay, here that we created for modeling or added to our project or in the scene, rather to say, you can actually select. Okay, you can actually select different ways on editing the feature of that object, so or of that polygons or that you wanted to that you are modeling. So for instance, this one, so right click on your keyboard, I sorry, not keyboard, in your mouse. Okay, right click in your mouse, and then we have here different option. If you want to work with edge, so you can just simply hold left mouse button. Sorry, right mouse button, not left mouse. Right mouse button, and then, okay, move it to whatever you wanted over here. But most of the time in this session, we're going to focus on edge, object mode, UV, face, and vertex, which is for vertices. For edge, obviously, if we're going to focus here, okay, edge of your model. So I'm gonna click Q so that I cannot see those manipulators. It's just an object mode. There you go. So these are edges. Right right click again. We have vertex or vertices. So we can actually select one vertices, two vertices, or together. You can actually simply hold shift to add, okay, ever you wanted to add one or two or more vertices, even edges as well. It's being applied. So faces, okay, here, different faces. There you go. See. And also we have the object mode. So object mode is where you can use your manipulators as is and on the entire object. So for instance, W entirely, rotate entirely, okay, and then also scale entirely. So something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna just simply click Q. There you go. Okay, and then let's go to our front view. Okay, I want to position this one over here, and I wanted to add an I'm going to edit the vertices. So here I'm going to just select all of the top of the vertices of my created cube, and we have your R on your keyboard, and then you can actually use this one to resize like that, and also this bottom, and then there you go. So you can actually do that. And then we're just going to positions position it according to the feature of our reference image. So I'm going to go to the side view. Same goes of what I did with the front view. And there you go. Okay, so now we're going to add um, edge. Okay, I mean another lines over here, edge loop rather to say. They call it edge loop. So I'm going to focus here on the front view, and then go to the, make sure you work with modeling. There you go. So modeling. And we have here different options for modeling. So we have here edit mesh, and then mesh tool and mesh. Yeah. So we have those different things that we can work with modeling tools. So mesh tool, we have here instead edge loop. So to add lines over here, if you wanted to add um, if you wanted to add it vertically, you can focus on top view or front view. I sorry, on top view rather, just a top view. And then if you wanted to work with, horizontally, it's better to work with front view. So just like what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to add here. So as you can see on my perspective, okay, it's added. Okay. So this one is dividing character. Okay, so I have a problem over here. Sorry, I actually forgot. So for a while, I'm gonna click general and reset. Okay, so this is what I actually missed. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one since I forgot to add. Anyway, it's better to start over. Okay, but I can actually add it anytime naman. So yeah. All right. So wait, what happened? Default view. Okay. So I'm gonna create another one. Sorry for that. So it's kind of confusion. So object mode. Okay, let's add it here. And then click this polycube. And then we have here subdivision width. So I forgot this one. I wanted to make it in the center kasi. So yeah, there you go. So it added here. Yeah. Now, okay, let's position it like what we did earlier. So, okay, I'm happy now with this one. Okay, this position. Key there. So don't worry if it's not much on the top view since the body is much smaller than the head. Okay. So anyway, okay, let's proceed. Okay, so we're going to add, okay, mesh tool, insert edge loop. So I'm going to divide it into two. Although you can actually do that manually over here on the channel box. But anyway, it's better to have those different tools to add lines. Okay, so here we go. So now that we have added those different tools, I mean those lines, additional lines, we can actually work on that na as well to fit on the drawing or to our reference image. There you go. See? Then now let's focus on our side view. Okay. Also here as well. Over here as well. And here. Okay. There. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm happy now with this one. Okay. Now let's go back to our perspective view. Okay. So this is what we got. Okay. So we're going to add, okay, the head. Okay. So we're going to do now is right click this one and then face. Make sure you click the Q on your keyboard. It means selection. Okay, there you go. Select this one without manipulators. Okay, so what we're going to do is extrude. Control E to get together po. Control E. Okay, to extrude. But we have here edit mesh and then we have here extrude. Control E is the keyboard shortcut for that. So extrude W. Then let's go back to our side view. So we're going to add over here. Okay, and then R on your keyboard. Then make it bigger since we are actually doing the head. Okay, there. So this one. All right. Okay, so I'm happy with the position of it on my front view, even on my side view. But anyway, this one, I guess it's better to move our vertices over here. So a little bit. Okay, even this one lower there. Okay, so a little bit. Okay, and also this one. Okay, I'm good now with that. Okay, so now go back with faces. So let's click faces over here. Make sure you hit Q so that you're not being distracted with the manipulators. Control E on your keyboard is the keyboard shortcut for extrude. And hit W because I just wanted to make it extrude up. Okay, there. Okay. And then we're going to use R to resize it. There you go. I'm just using it in center. Center is uniform. If ever you wanted to resize, rotate, and move it accordingly, so you can have that move on an x-axis or y-axis, or if you wanted to make it precise or uniform, you can have it on the center. So you can actually do that. This is a good thing that you have with modeling with manipulators. Okay, so I guess I'm happy with the position of this one over here. A little bit wider. Okay, there. The next is Control E again. So keep make sure it's Q. Control E. There you go. And then W on your keyboard. And let's add another one. And then R on your keyboard. And there. So here. Yeah. So this is okay. This is a best practice that you work all of those viewports actually. So rather than single viewport. Okay, so okay, let's move this one a little bit lower. Okay, there. Okay, I'm happy now with that. Okay, so this one I'm gonna use vertices and then I'm gonna move this one a little bit over. There you go. It's too much, I guess. So right, right there. Okay, there. Okay, now let's go back. So right click, face, okay, Q on your keyboard. Make sure you select the right faces. So yeah, the difference between selected and unselected is that selected or being orange or yeah, there you go. You have the orange preview on your model. Okay, and then Control E again to extrude, and then W to move it up, and then R to scale down. There you go. Okay, so this is what I have now. Okay, so now I'm going to use the vertices and I wanted to select this area. Okay, together with this area. Okay, except, oh yeah, top. I'm sorry. Like that. So I just wanted to select this, and this, and this. Yeah. And then W, and then I just wanted to move it forward. I mean backward. So let's see what we have there. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna select this two and then moving it up like that. Okay. So I guess it's better to have that as well over here. Q W. Same goes here. Select this. W there. Then we can have this one outside. Okay, I guess that's great. Okay, we can have this. Yeah. So it's up to you actually if it's good enough to the position of our outlines. Okay, you're good na naman. Okay. All right, so I guess I'm good now with this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's click the face as again. I wanted to make it smaller a little bit. This stop. So let's see if it's in smooth view. So just simply click 3 on your keyboard. This is what you got actually. We have peanuts. I peanut. It's not teddy, it's peanut. Just kidding. Okay. So anyway, let's go back with one. One is to go back to the standard preview. Two is together with the outline of the standard preview and the smooth preview. Three is just a smooth preview on your keyboard. Ha. And then four is wireframe. And then five is, as you can see, it's actually being added and shaded. Okay, so I'm going to click one on my keyboard. So it's just standard view. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now that we already have that, so I'm gonna select the faces again, once again. Make sure you work with Q again, okay, which means this one. And I'm gonna extrude this. Okay, so Control E on your keyboard to extrude. Okay, R on your keyboard so that we can, okay, resize it like this one. There you go. And then move forward. There you go. Okay, R on your keyboard again so that we can, yeah, adjust. There you go. Okay, next is Control E again. Okay, W on your keyboard. And then we're going to extrude that once more. Okay, R on your keyboard. So this is for the snout, okay, of our character. Okay, so I guess I'm good now with that one. And then another Control E on your keyboard, R. Going to resize it like this and make sure it's actually almost the same with that. Okay, let's make it smaller a little bit and then move up. So yeah, there. So this is for the nose. Okay, and then once again, Control E on your keyboard, W, and then we're going to add like this one, and then R on your keyboard. Like that. Okay, so let's see in a smooth preview. Click Object Mode again, right click, then Q on your keyboard, and then hit 3 on your keyboard, and there you have it. So we have now this kind of cute snout for our teddy bear. Right. Okay, that's great. Okay, now let's go back again with the standard preview. I'm gonna add another extrude over below here. So right click and then we have your face. I select both of this one and I'm gonna extrude it, Control E on your keyboard and then R, okay, for the scale, and I'm gonna move it this one and then down. Down. There you go. So this is where we can see, okay, the gap for our feet. Okay. So I'm happy now with this position actually. That's great. Okay. So let's see over here. So we can actually position it since it's small. Okay. R on your keyboard and then we're going to make it smaller. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay. Same goes with this one, I guess. So I'm gonna use edge, select and double click. Okay, so once you do select one first and then another one and then double click, it will select the entire thing. So yeah, as you can see, it's select entire loop of this line. Okay, there. So I'm gonna make it smaller since it's part of the. Uh, it's not too much, I guess. Okay, so I'm happy now with this one. So again, let's select the face and then I wanted to make it like a box type. So R, there we go. Okay. So let's see what we have. So I'm just clicking spacebar. Okay. So this is what we have. Okay, so let's see the preview again in smooth mode. Hey, I'm happy now with this one. Okay, so object mode there. So a peanut having a snout. Okay, so we're going to move on with another step. Okay, so which means we're going to work with a mirror since we're going to delete the other part of our model. So it means split half to mirror. We call it split half to mirror. Okay, make sure you still work with standard. Okay, standard view, which is blocky. All right. So okay, so to split, okay, let's work with obviously um front view and then right click face and then select this other part and then hit delete. There you go. All right. So now, okay, we're going to select object mode. Select again entirely. I'm happy now with the position of my, okay, pivot here. I guess my manipulator started to say. Okay. And then we're going to add, go to the edit. And then we have here duplicate special. And then not just click the duplicate special. We have here settings. Okay, so click this one. In short, you're going to open a window for duplicate special. And then we have here the window for duplicate special options. Make sure it's click instance. Okay, and then the scale. Okay, for X and Y Z kasi. Okay, it's -1. Okay, and then duplicate special. Did you follow? Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute. Again, go to edit, duplicate special window, click this icon, and then make sure it's instance, and then -1.000. Okay, and then click duplicate, and there you go. So whatever we are doing on this other side will be applied to the other side. So it means mirror. Okay, so we're going to do now is add or you know um, add an ear. So So you can see once I click this, it's automatically click the other side since it's being mirrored. Okay, so I'm gonna select both of these okay, faces on the head, and then I'm gonna extrude it. Control E on your keyboard, and then R on your keyboard to resize it, something like that. There you go. Here, it's nice. And then move out a little bit. And then let's see if it's in a good position. Not yet. So I'm gonna make it a little bit. There you go. And I'm gonna use E on my keyboard to rotate it. So not that. There. Okay, so let's see it in a perspective view. Okay. I guess we're good. Okay, R. Okay. Make sure it's flattened. Okay. Okay, now again, same. Okay, same selected faces, Control E, and then extrude out. Going to make it out. So let's go to the front view, and then we're going to add. So as you can see, it's added as well here. Is it nice? Right. Okay. So we're going to add over here, make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And then we're going to position the vertices according to its reference image. It's not necessary you make it, perfect copy, but it's nice if it's look the same or exactly with the reference image. But anyway, I'm not requiring you to do that. All right. Okay, so let's just position this one. Okay, I'm happy now with this. So, okay, whatever what we're doing on this side will be applied on the other side. So don't worry about that. Okay, let's go back on our perspective faces. Same faces. We're going to select the Control E on your keyboard. And then let's go back again to our front view and then W to extrude it out. Okay, there. Okay, a little bit smaller, I guess. Okay, once again, Control E on our keyboard, W, and then extrude it out, and then R. There you go. Okay, there. So let's see what we have. Ah, this is nice. Okay, so now we're going to work with vertices to position it properly. So, okay, make it a little bit. So I guess this one is good. So this two, I guess. All right, so this is nice. Okay, now we're going to do is another extrusion. So, okay, let's go to the faces again. Okay, and then select those faces. Okay, here because we're going to pull, uh, push. Okay, inside of the ear. So, but before that, we need to extrude it. So, Control E. We have something like a dip on the ear. So we have R, and then let's make it smaller, and there. No need to move. Just scale it down. Then right click vertices, and then you can actually move the vertices so that we can have a cute ear. Okay, so not that. Okay, now same faces again. So Q, yeah, there. We're going to select this again. Okay, make sure it's selected. Control E, extrude. And this time we're going to move it down. There we go. Down. See, it's nice. Okay, R, a little bit smaller. Okay, okay. And E, we're going to just move it backward a little bit by using rotate tool. Then we're going to add another one, extrude. Then R, make it smaller. And then push it inside. So let's see what we have. So this is what we have once it's being smooth. Ah, it's nice. We have now the ear. So let's go back with number one. And then I wanted to adjust the ears a little bit smaller over here and then going down up. Same goes with this different purchases. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Something like that. Except for this one here. Okay, you can have this move same goes here. And same goes here. Mhm. And I'm gonna select all of this outside purchases. So make sure you select it, and then we're going to make it bigger like that. and then R, scale it up. Okay, so let's see what we have there. We're going to do is faces one again. So there you go. Then scale down. Okay. And rotate. I guess rotate's better. Okay, edges. If you're not, you know, contented with the feature of the ear, you can actually modify it according to what you prepared. Okay. I guess I'm good now with this one. So let's see if it's in smooth view. Okay, there. Yes, I'm happy now with this ear. So although it's not almost the same with the reference, but it's quite great anyway. Okay, so all right. So now let's go back. It's one, and then we're going to do now is we're going to add the hand. Okay, so we're going to use the face. Select this area, but before that, we're going to add um, insert edge loop because I'm going to add something like over here so that um, the the hand will be added only on this area. So we have here um, mesh insert edge loop. Okay, there. Okay, and then now face. Make sure you click. Okay, object mode first, then face, and then click this one. And then Control E on your keyboard, which is for extrude, and then R to scale it down. There. This is my hand. Okay. All right. So Control E to extrude out. So we're going to add na arm. Let's go back here. I'm going to try to copy the position of the hand. So R, make it, you know, in line with all of the vertices. So here, vertices, I'm going to move this up a little bit there. Okay. And we're going to move this up as well. Okay. Since we need to move this, and then this area, probably move here, this one as well. Okay. There. Going to move it up. Okay. There. I guess I'm happy now with that. So, but anyway, we need to fix it over here. Okay, vertices, or rather to say, it's better to use edge there. So I guess it's better to use edge. Yeah. Okay, vertices for only for this part are there. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do is face again. Then select this one. Control E to extrude, and then W to move out. Good. There you go. So we're going to focus on the front view. There. Okay. So we're going to do is R scale, make it bigger, make it something like that. Move down R there. E to rotate a little bit, then move it backward. Okay, and then extrude. W there. R to make it bigger. Okay. Guess it's better to be like that. Make it smaller a little bit. Then Control E again. Extrude. And this time we're going to make it smaller. There. Move it. Move it. Move it. There. Let's see what we have on the perspective view. Okay, it's too big, right? So we're going to do is go to the top view. Okay, and then we're going to work with its different vertices over here. And then we make sure, no, I guess it's, yeah, it's better pala here, here. Yeah, there. Oops, supposedly you are selected as well. There. Okay, there you go. So let's see what we have here on the perspective view. There. Okay. So let's use edge. Okay, double click that. Then actually use that. There you go. Mm-hmm. Same goes here. A little bit bigger. And same goes here. A little bit smaller. Okay. So I guess this one supposedly move up a little bit. There. Okay, so let's check what we have if we are in a smooth mode. Okay, there. Yay. Okay, I'm happy with this one. It's not too big anyway, but it's quite nice. So I guess we can work a little bit on its vertices over here, over here, over here, over here, and over there, and also here. Okay. Yeah, I'm good on this one. On this one, smooth this one a little bit. There. So three. Let's see in object mode that we have there. This is nice. Okay, so we can actually use this one, this edge. Okay, make it a little bit smaller. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see on the side view. Yeah, it's great. Okay, now let's move on. We're almost done actually. Okay, so we're now moving on to the, to the fifth. Okay, so what we're going to do is select the face. I mean legs and feet. Okay, so we're going to do is start with the legs, so the lower over here on the lower torso. Okay, so we're going to select this area, then extrude. Okay, W, and then extrude down there. Okay, and then we're going to, okay, make sure. Okay, so this one is one thing that I forgot. So, so we're going to select this one first. Let's fix this one first. Okay, and also this one. All right, move a little bit here. Okay, so I guess I'm good now with that one. All right. So again, we're going to extrude this area. So face, and then Control E, scale this one first. Here. Okay. No, not that. Okay, I'm good now with this one. Let's move down here. Okay, then R. Okay, so we're going to fix this vertices here. Yeah, I guess this one. There. And then we're going to select this one as well and then use R. There you go. Okay, so right click face again, and then we're going to extrude this area as well. So Control E on your keyboard and then extrude down. So let's see. Okay, on the side view. So we're going to fix it on the side view since we're good on the front view and on the perspective view. Okay, so vertices. Okay, I guess we're going to move this a little bit up. Okay, there. Okay, and then we're going to select again the faces, and then we're going to extrude, Control E on your keyboard, and down. Now I'm happy with this one. Then we're going to, okay, select these two faces, the front and the back. Then we're going to extrude it. Use R on your keyboard, then extrude a little bit. And then only the front, then extrude once more. There. Then make it smaller so that it will be smooth. Same goes here. Make it smaller. And then on the side view, we're going to use the vertices. Then we're going to fix this one. W. And then to make it over here. And then this one over here. Okay, so let's see what we have. So right click, object mode, and then 3 on your keyboard. So now we have that. Okay, so we're almost done. So we're going to combine this two mirrored object. Okay, so we're going to do is select both of them, And then we're going to do, make sure it's you work with one on your keyboard. And then we have here mesh combine. Then right click vertices and then focus on the front view and then select the center. Okay, the center. It means we're going to merge all the vertices of the center of our so that we don't have that kind of an even area in the center. So going to do is edit and then we have here merge. There you go. And then let's see if it's once we smooth this. Okay, there you go. So we have a little bit problem over here since we need to fix this one before we merge. So I'm going to do now is to fix this. Okay, I'm going to fix this one first before I combine two. Since this face, yeah, it's actually there. It's just an extra face actually. So once I delete this one, yeah, it's an extra face. Okay, so I forgot to delete that or it's not being included on the first deleted faces. Okay, so now click the object mode, select everything, then combine, and then again focused on let's yeah focus on the front view vertices, select all the center vertices, so make sure it's center, and then edit mesh, extrude. Oops, happen there. Okay, so let's see if it's already fixed. So what happened? There you go. It's already smooth. All right. So now that we're done with, you can actually fix it. Okay. But since we need to be hairy, so yeah. Okay. Now we're going to add the eye. So which is something like a button eye. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create using torus over here. Just simply click this one. And on a torus, polytorus, we're going to change the section radius to 2 and then the subdivision into 6, twist into 6, and subdivision height into 6. So, yeah. And then for the y, we're going to make it 90 degree. Oops, not that, not the y, it's the x. There you go. Okay, so we're going to move this up. Okay. Then let's work this one over on the perspective view. Okay, there. We're going to make it smaller. Yeah, there you go. Okay, F, focus. Okay, so Q. What we're going to do is we're going to add edge loop over this one. So edge, mesh, insert edge loop, and then add over here and over here. And then we're going to use face because we're going to select this one because we're going to fill the hole. Okay, so select, oops, not that. Make sure you're not already in the edge loop. Okay, so now I'm already in edge. Sorry, in faces. Okay, click one and then another one so that you can select the entire like, connected faces, and then delete that. Same goes with the other one. Delete. Then we're going to click edge, select this one first, select outside there. And then we have here mesh and fill hole. There you go. So that's for the other side. And the next other side, we're going to select this, then mesh, a fill hole. There you go. Okay, right click, object mode. So we're good now with this one. Then we're going to add another one for the mesh tool. Insert edge loop. Ah, sorry, later on. Okay, so let's see uh, what it looks like once we smooth view this one. Okay, so I wanted to add another edges. Okay, so one we're going to do is mesh multi-cut. So we're going to cut this and enter. Same goes with the other side. This one is to balance the polygon sides because it has one, two, three, six. Supposedly we are working only on four sides. Okay, so that everything is in four sides. Okay, so now that we already have that, so we're going to do is add insert edge loop. I add a little another one here and maybe another one here. Okay, so once we see this one in yeah, there you go. It's better, right? So we're going to do is R, make it there you go. So make sure it's fit on our eyes. So we're going to do is move this down over here. There you go. Same goes here on our side view. Okay, there. Then E to rotate a little bit. And there you go. So let's see this one on a perspective view. There. It's nice. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this one. Control D on your keyboard as a keyboard shortcut for duplicate selection. Okay, this one we're going to do is E, and then we're going to adjust it according to there. So let's see. Yes, it's in good fit. Okay, W. Okay, this is nice. All right, so we're done with the modeling of our character. Okay, teddy bear. So I'm going to give you at least 5 minutes to finish the modeling, and then we're going to proceed with texturing. Okay, Sir John Mark, we're going to have a little bit of break before we proceed to the next step. Thank you. I
Okay,
hope
so how
everyone can follow. No? Yes, go ahead po.
ayan, reverting back. Anyways, how about we do raffle draw again? Please comment down. Hashtag Autodesk Maya. Okay, seeing 16 entries. Hashtag Autodesk Maya. So once more, thank you so much to our friends in DICT Region 9 for making this event possible. Ayan. Thank you, Imperial Adrian. Ayan. Sir Mark Sergas. Thank you for joining us. Nano Cha draws. Ayan. Miss Samantha, ayan, thank you. Hello to Aubrey. Okay. Okay, hindi kasama yan. Let's draw again. So as usual, hoping nakakatulong kami. We're hoping na we have been a blessing to you, and sana pag naging magaling kayo no sa Maya din. So please don't forget our community and share your knowledge din. So tulong-tulungan. Let's be a blessing to everyone always. Most especially sa mga students ni Miss Agnes, 'di ba? Bring back the love. Pay it forward. Ayan, congratulations Sir Rod Aquino. Ayan, for winning a LinkedIn Business Premium subscription. Ayan, wag sayangin po sa mga nanalo, no? So, it's 3 months, so 2,000 times 3. So, ayan po, no? Sorry, hindi Netflix. Of course, we are an advocate here of education. So, treat education as ano no, entertaining. Ayan, there are so many things you can learn in LinkedIn. So I'm showing you under its creative section. Ayan, may it be architecture, engineering, and construction, graphic design, motion graphics. Curious to know, how many courses do they have with regards to Maya? Ayan, so they have 50 courses. Ayan, with regards to Maya. So once more, congratulations to Sir Rod Aquino. Yan, use it wisely po. And ano pa ba? Requesting everyone to please create a LinkedIn account and connect with Miss Agnes and of course me then for further questions. And just to share to you quickly, the reason we advocate LinkedIn is maraming clients dyan. Even me, for my freelance work, I hunt for clients in LinkedIn. If you want to know more, ayan, feel free to message us anytime. Okay, so I guess that's it, Miss Agnes. Going back to you.
All right, thank you, Sir Jomark, and congratulations to Rod Aquino. There you go. So let's go back. No? All right. So there you go. Okay. So now we're going to add texture to our modeling or to our model, right to say. So to our model. So but before that, we need to at least delete some histories and freeze transformation since we need to make sure this one will be not will not lead to a problem when it comes of unwrapping the mapping of our texture. So okay, so let's start with go to edit, and then we have here delete by type history, and then you can actually use the keyboard shortcuts, which is Alt Shift V. Okay, so it's automatically deleted everything that happens on this particular shapes. Okay, if you're going to go back, so you can see these are the things that we did or some tweaks. Okay, that we did for this shape because this one is start only using the cube, right? So and then now it become from from cube to peanut to a whole teddy, teddy figure or teddy bear figure. So anyway, okay. So again, once again, we need to delete the history so that we don't have any problem when it comes of unwrapping the mapping of the texture. Okay, so history, and also we're going to modify. Okay, reset priest transformation. Okay, there you go. And we're going to now is okay. So once we select this, so we're going to select some faces, but before that, okay, I wanted to make sure that this object is already in smooth, okay, version of this one. So mesh, and then we have your smooth, maybe um a couple of times, two times. I guess this one is great. So it's already smooth. There you go. Okay. Same goes with our eyes. Okay. So we're going to do is mesh and then smooth. And maybe once. I'm good now with that one. All right. So there you go. Okay. So now that we already smooth the model, okay, we're going to select some faces. Okay, this one is for the projection of the texture. Okay, so it's better to unwrap the part of our character model before we do the painting in a third party software, which is Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so I'm gonna go to okay. So again, once again, if you added some tweak, okay, or you tweak some of its feature, it's better to okay delete by type history and then freeze transformation. Okay. So make sure it's being selected first. Okay, so we don't have anything here on our channel box. All right. So here, okay, on the side view, I'm gonna select some faces, which is the front. So I'm gonna select that. Okay, there. Okay. So and then also we're going to select some areas. Okay, which this area. So we're going to do is modeling toolkit, and then we're going to um, change the symmetry into object X. It means whatever selections that I'm going to have here is also applied on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna go back with the front view. Okay, front view, and I'm gonna unselect this area. So by unselecting, make sure you select, okay, you actually hold control on your keyboard to unselect here. Can you see? It's actually unselected. Okay. And also, okay, the bottom. So I forgot to make it bigger. But anyway, okay, it's all right. Maybe on next time. All right. So it means this area, I don't like this area to be selected here. Okay, there. Okay. So we can actually select this. All right. So there. So let's see. It's enough. Okay. So here, hold control. There you go. So I guess this area is better to be added as well. Mm, all right. So this one is great. So I'm happy now with this one. So now that we already have selected this area, so we're going to do is go to the UV. Then we have here planar. So I'm gonna select this window. Okay, so this one better it's selected bouncing box and then Z. which means this prompt. Okay, and then keep images with height and ratio and insert projection before deformers. So those two are being checked. And then click project. Okay, and then go to the window, rendering, sorry, modeling, and then UV editor. So it's already projected over here. So I'm gonna select this one. Ooh, it's actually added over here. So we're going to do is select this part. So we don't need this. Mm, so this area, this series of, so we're just going to put that here. Okay, so I'm gonna off this one since it's being selected as well. So we don't need this anyway. So it's all right. It's already added here. There you go. So this one is what we really needed. So later on, we're going to plot it out. Okay, so now next is I'm gonna, okay. Oh, I forgot. So wait, I'm gonna forget to add the ears. So we're going to undo. By undoing, it's just Control Z anyway. So there. Okay, so here, okay, same symmetry. We're going to click drag and then we're going to select this area because we wanted to add this one. So hold shift and then double click. Oops, not that. Okay, it's not working. So we're going to do is select this entirely, something like that. Make sure everything is in blue. This is what I don't like once the model is already in smooth. I mean applied smooth na. So because it gives me a lot of faces, vertices, and edge. So anyway, just simply hold your mouse. All right. So this area is what we need to add. Okay. So make sure you click drag. Okay. Change it into drag from Vic Marquee. So good thing we have this kind of option. It's much easier than before. Actually, it's really manually. Okay. So we really need to have a patience to select the the area that we wanted to add for projection. All right. So I guess we're good. Okay, except we're going to fix this one. So add. Okay, we're almost done. All right. So, oops. Okay, a little more. Okay, let's check if we have uh, other faces that being selected that we don't want to be projected. Okay, I guess this one. There. Yeah. Okay, here as well. So let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, I guess we're good. All right. So once again, let's open a window, modeling, and then UV editor. Okay, there you go. And we're going to have a UV and then planar. Select this one. Make sure this is the setup that you're going to apply for planar mapping. Then let's project this one. There you go. Okay, so let's see. We have, okay, I'm happy. This is what I want. Okay, so R, make it a little bit smaller, a bit smaller, and move it. There you go. Okay, so now that we already have those parts, also I'm going to select some part that I wanted to add. Okay, I mean project separately. So we're going to do is select the faces, and then these are the faces that I want. Okay, so from here, I want to add a different color for this one. I hope those working together, I mean, s- while following my instructions or the steps, I hope that you're ready in the texturing stage as well. Na? I mean, step. Okay, so I guess I'm good now with this one. Ay, let's add this one. Haha. It's better to add more, a little bit detail over here. Okay, this area as well. So, okay, there you go. So make sure to check, okay, the area that should not be selected. Okay, and also this one. I wanted to add this. Okay, okay, we're almost done. Okay, for this other part that we wanted to be selected. Okay, there. Okay, so this time we're going to do, okay, let's just open again our UV editor. Okay, and then we're going to go to UV menu, and then we have here automatic. There, you have that. Okay, I'm gonna select this over here. Okay, so, oops, I'm not going to off shelves, UV shell. So, yeah. So later on, I'm going to flat this one. So I'm gonna select all of these shells. UV, we call it UV shell. Yeah. And then right after that, we're going to do is select, go to select, and then inverse. Okay. And then we're going to do is UV automatic. There you go. Then we're going to do is select, I mean, scale it down This means this part is actually same color, right? So if you're going to add a color to our teddy bear, this part of the body of the teddy bear is the same color. Unlike some part, okay, that we wanted to be separated. Okay, so UV shell. So these two will be moved over here, and then R. Okay, and also this shell as well. Let me here, and also this one. So these two will be make it a little bit smaller. I wanted to make it smaller and then move it closer to the other part. So make it zoom. Okay, so I'm good now with that. And the next is we're going with that. There you go. All right. So this time, now that we already unwrap our character or our model, so before you export, okay, the UV map, okay, make sure you set it into object mode, then select it, okay, and then go to image menu over on the UV editor window. Okay, I'm working in UV editor window. This is the window for UV editor. Then we have here image and then UV snapshot. Okay, UV snapshot teddy bear demo. Okay. And then make sure your image format is changed. The default is actually in Maya IFF, but it's better to work with TIFF. The size as a default or standard will be 2048. Okay. And the lock aspect ratio and the alias lines will be checked, and then the others are in default. And then apply and close. Okay, so now we're going to open our Photoshop. All right. So we're going to open the UV map that we actually created um, from our 3D Maya software. So file, and then we're going to open. And make sure you locate or go to the right folder of the project. So this one. So I'm gonna open this one, and it's inside the images. Oops, it's not in the images. I guess in the source image. I am I right? This is oh wait. So we're going to save this one. Wait. UV snapshot. Teddy okay. It's on a Teddy project. So it's on a Teddy project. So it's not in the demo. Okay, I forgot to change the location. Okay, it's here. Teddy bear demo. Okay, it's in the different project. But anyway, don't do that. Okay, make sure it's in the right folder and the right. Anyway, it's I guess it's better to practice changing it in the right folder. Okay, let's go back. Go back here. This is what we have. Okay, so images. File name. It's teddy bear demo. Bear demo. Save. Okay, so let's see if we have that. So let's apply and let's go back to Photoshop. File, open. Okay, make sure it's here. There you go. Okay, let's open this one. Okay, and then now let's add a new layer. Okay, and make sure it's on the bottom. And then um, let's change the color. I guess this one. So let's have it in default. So black, brown. So any color will do as long as it looks like a teddy bear and brown color, grizzly bear. All right. So select this one. Control. I sorry. Alt backspace. There you go. So this is the area. This is the color. Okay. And then we're going to add a little bit detail over. Okay, here. So we're going to do is add a new layer for that. And I'm going to use Marquee tool here in Photoshop. And I'm gonna select key. So this area, okay, this part. So hold Alt on your keyboard so that you can actually resize it. It's either horizontal or vertically, but it's more of like both, but way bigger on the horizontal part. Okay, so now I have the selection. Okay, so I'm gonna right click, make sure it's in white, right click, feather. Okay, so this one is 25 pixels feather. Okay, and then I'm gonna select this. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna select this color and then make it a little bit, you know, whiter or lighter color. And then Alt backspace. There you go. Then another one. Control D. There you go. We have now. Okay, we have now the Tammy color. Okay. So also, you can actually duplicate this one, and then we can um, Control G, and then we have the backup for this one, and then Control E, and then we have here the so-called dodge and burn. So dodge is, to make it lighter part, and then to burn to make it darker. See. So I have this kind of option. But anyway, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm good with this one. And the next is I'm going to add the nose color. So which is I'm going to use as well the circle and then occupy this area. Okay. So I'm gonna zoom in. Sure it's actually fit. Sorry for that. Okay, fit. I guess okay, I'm gonna use pen tool for this one since I wanted to make it precise on the position of its nose. Oops, there you go. And we are going to add over here. Okay, so right click, make selection. Okay, okay. There you go. And we're going to do is, make it dark brown. This one is the nose. So make sure let's add a little bit feather, maybe five for this one. And then there you go, it's better. All right, so we're going to name this one as nose. Okay, this one is a Tommy color. Tommy. Okay, and then this one is supposed to be delete because we don't need this. All right, next is we're going to create another layer. So this one is for the ears, obviously. So we're going to make sure that it's also shape as well of our ear. Select. I'm gonna use pen tool for this one as well. Here. Okay, so right click, make selection. Uh, okay, and then make sure it's change the feather. Make sure it's at least 20, I guess. And then we're going to use the same color as what we have with the tummy. Okay, there you go. Nice. Okay, so Control D on your keyboard and then Control T to make it a little bit smaller. There you go. And then Control J to duplicate the layer. This one is ear, L, L underscore ear. Okay, and then we're going to Control J, name it as right here. But anyway, later on, I'm gonna merge this. Okay, so this one is I'm gonna pre-transform horizontal. Okay, and then we're going to move it on the other side. Okay, there you go. We already have that. The next, we're going to have on our bottom arms, right? So, going to do is just simply add, an ellipse over here. So I guess it's better to have that kind of color. Then select. This one is for bottom. Bottom arm. And same process. We're going to have feather 25 and then alt backspace twice. We go and then we're going to control this one, which is there we go. We have no the other side. It's almost the same naman. So we're going to do is to merge them. Okay. Next will be this one is the foot, right? So we're going to do is same. I guess it's better to use rectangular on this one. Okay. I guess that one is great. Right click, feather, make it 30. Okay. And then create a new layer for that. This one is for the foot. Okay. And then backspace, backspace. Control D to deselect, Control T to see the transformation. Okay, there. And Control J. Okay, there you go. All right. So now we're done with coloring. Painting the parts that we wanted to have a color to our model. I'm gonna disable the layer. This one layer is the so-called wireframe. Okay. So now we're going to do is file. Make sure to save this one so that if ever you wanted to change some of the parts of your painting, okay, you can actually do that. So it's better to save it in PSD, Teddy Bear Demo. So, and then save that. And then now we're going to export this one as a JPEG so that we can add it to our texture. Okay. I mean, yes, as a material, as a new material. So I'm happy now with this name and then save. Okay. It's either high or maximum. I'm good with maximum, I guess. All right. So now I'm done. Let's go back to Maya. Okay. So we're going to do is open a window and the rendering and then hypersheet. So let's wait. Okay. Here. Okay, there we go. So this is the hypersheet where we can create our own materials. Okay, it's either, you know, um, using Maya or third party. So this one we're going to do is create a Lambert. Where are you, Lambert? So let's find Lambert. Yeah, there. Lambert. And then on the Lambert selected, you have your color. Select this one. It means we wanted to add some file or nodes to it. So as a texture. But we're going to do is to import outside. So image file. And then we're going to do is to find our teddy bear. Okay, let's go back again. Oops. Images. And there, teddy bear now. Open. Okay, now it's being added. We're going to do is hold middle mouse button on the Lambert and then drop it to our model. So, okay, and then hit 6 on your keyboard. Okay, and then we're going to preview this one. Now, we have added a basic texture to our model. Okay, so we're done. And then don't forget to save your work. Okay, if you follow me um, doing the demonstration. So I'm gonna disable the X-ray so that I can see everything here. So hit 6 on your keyboard to see or to preview the texture that you already added to your character. All right, so we're done. Okay, we're already done with our basic modeling essentials and 3D Maya applications. So Autodesk 3D Maya applications. Okay, so that's all, I guess. So thank you, Sir Jomark. I hope you enjoy today's session for today's demonstration.
Okay, awesome. So that was a cute teddy bear. Diba
Thank you.
guys? So, and akala nyo, no? We thought it was only character modeling, but it's all up to texturing. Well,
Texturing, yes. Basic texturing.
yep. So basically, it is just scratching. Diba, Miss Agnes? Scratching the surface. So many things to know and to learn in Autodesk Maya. So once more, thank you so much. The exercise files, please stay tuned. That's the reason we are encouraging everyone to register. We will be sending yung finished project ni Miss Agnes din sa inyong lahat as your reference. So once more, thank you so much everyone. Good
Thank you,
evening. Sana
everyone.
po nakatulong kami. Thank you, Miss Agnes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Jomark, and to the others who organized this kind of event. And thank you for those who joined today's part one of 3D modeling essentials in Autodesk Maya. See you around, I guess. And keep safe and God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.